So let's just define some terms here. It's really confusing sometimes with trying to know, is it grass-fed, farm-raised, all these things. So I'm just going to go through it. Grass-fed, what does that mean? It means that the cows are in the field eating grass. Now, if it doesn't say grass-fed, then it's grain-fed. So they feed them corn and soy meal, and corn is GMO, genetically modified. So that's not good. So when that cow, which is meant to eat grass, eats grass, the meat has way more nutrition, healthy fats, and vitamin K2. So here's some butter. It's called pasture butter, okay? And if we look right through here, it says right here, crafted in the artesian tradition from May to September, when the organic grasses naturally provide the highest level omega-3, Organic Valley master butter makers and craft it's called pasture butter. So basically they're using grass-fed, these are grass-fed cows to make this butter because they're in the pasture. So when they're in the pasture, that means there's grass. So when you say pasture-raised, that's grass-fed too. So this is one, and then this is another favorite of mine, which is Kerrygold. It's from Ireland. This is, milk from grass-fed cows. That's what we want. And it's amazing how you have to pay extra for that. And then here's one right here. This says pasture-raised eggs, okay? Organic and no antibiotics. I'll come back to this, but I just want to let you know, if it's in the pasture, it's going to be grass-fed. So we want to go grass-fed, especially beef, especially any type of creams, sour cream, cream cheese, actual cheese, grass-fed butter. Very important. It's way better than grain-fed. Okay, so now, if you can't find grass-fed, then at least do organic, okay? Now, organic means without pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, fungicides. So that's a little bit different. That means the animals or the plants weren't, like the plants that were the animals ate, is not sprayed with chemicals, or if you're buying vegetables, it's not sprayed with chemicals, all right, or minimal. And they have three different definitions of organic. They have partial organic, and then you have organic, which is really only, I think it's called 80% organic. And then if it's 100% organic, it's 100% organic. So you have to kind of read the labels. Is it like partially organic or 100%? It's a problem. So versus conventional, where they just spray the heck out of the food. So we want it. Organic has a bit more nutrition, has less chemicals. Wild caught. Now, I just want to mention, I don't want you to not do this because you can't afford organic. I would much rather have you do the eating plan and to go with these than not do it at all. So do what you can until you can get in a better place, if that's the situation. But, okay, wild caught. When you buy fish, the fish is either caught in the ocean or the lakes, or it's raised in a farm with these little pellets, and they feed them soy and corn. Again, you don't want the farm raised because you're gonna. Who knows what they're putting in there? Hormones, and so there's also one more I forgot. It's hormone free, and there's antibiotic free. Okay. Now you probably see that when you buy chicken or when you buy eggs. No antibiotics. I like this. So produced on small, sustainable farms. When you see these factory farms, you're talking like 300,000 chickens in one small unit. So you don't want to eat that chicken. So we have organic, hormone-free, wild-caught versus farm-raised, antibiotic-free, pasture-raised. This is different than pasteurized. Pasteurized means heated. They heat it. But pasture-raised means that they're out in the pasture, they're out in the grass, and they're not in a barn. This is very, very important. This one is important. This one's important. Then you have gluten-free. So any of the grains that have gluten, this is a protein that causes a lot of side effects, digestive problems, arthritis. And so gluten-free I mean, that's good, but you still have the wheat. You're still eating the wheat, the grains, and that's what we don't want to do. And I'm going to cover a video on that. But gluten-free, just because it's gluten-free doesn't mean it's sugar-free. All right? So these are some of the things. And then if you have it's like you have artificial sweeteners, you have to be careful of that. I'll do a video on that. But these are kind of the basic terms that you need to be aware of.